Hello everyone, here we are at Wings 2024. In this era, everyone is talking about sustainability, clean energy, clean environment. A much talked about thing is SAF. Here we have with us the man in the business right now, Dr. Muthukrishnan. Welcome to Business Line.
Thank you, madam.
And before we move ahead, I would like you to explain for our viewers what SAF is. What does it stand for and how do we benefit from it?
See, sustainable SAF is nothing but sustainable aviation fuel, which is the only alternative mechanism we have to overcome the conventional jet fuel. You know why we need, all we know that climate change. Climate change is a bigger issue across globe. In aviation also, aviation contributes to a little amount, 2%. So the industry in aviation is trying to find out alternative methods how to overcome emission reduction. So they are working on aircraft manufacturing progress, improvement, operational process improvement. The third important factor is fuel shift. That fuel shift is nothing but now we termed as sustainable aviation fuel. It is nothing but a fuel which will limit the intensity of emission, which will be released during burning, and also will contain the emission load from the aviation as such.
So how exactly and where exactly GMR come into the whole thing?
See, we as a principle in our group, we think of sustainability as a very important pillar. You can see all our airports, Delhi, Hyderabad, Goa and Bhogapuram, all our airports are green infrastructure airport. One of our business focus area is sustainability. So we also know that this climate change and the emission reduction in long term will benefit society, will benefit industry, as well as will benefit environment. So in that planet, profit and people as a three component, we always strive to do something good. So this is the one good study we have done, that is called the Sustainable Aviation Study for India as a concept. The study is done with the partnership with our group partner, Group ADP. There are our knowledge partners, Airbus, Accents, and then Total Energy, and other few members are part of this particular study. The study is almost in the conclusion stage, and we will try to highlight it to media. It will come out very soon. We also had a discussion with oil companies. We also had a discussion with the Indian Institute of Petroleum, as well as regulators, and multiple inputs have been brought in. The study is in the final conclusion stage. We are expecting by this month, end of this month, this will be done.
So it brings us to our next question, that how expensive or less expensive it will be from the regular fuel or the ATF which we use today.
See, if you think of sustainable aviation fuel utilization today, you don't have. Okay, many technologies are getting developed, approval process in place, things are getting connected, feedstock assessment is going on. So when you compare today's price, it may be 3 times higher than the conventional ATF price. But this is not going to stop here. We anticipate the price will go down, and to the extent maybe 1.5 times to 2 times. But in long run, it will go down very fast. It may not be an expensive component in future, but currently it may be perceived as an expensive component. But this will be solved very soon.
So this is my last question to you, is that how important it is for the infrastructure also to develop accordingly.
Yeah.
Getting the fuel in place is one, then the storage facilities which will store that fuel is another aspect. The aviation sector itself, the aircrafts itself. So it's kind of, it's a whole ecosystem which has to develop.
So in a technical term, we call it a logistic and infrastructure. Though fuel is produced at a refinery, it is being pumped through a piping system, and also it is transported by a tanker system. This is going to be happening. But now the situation is, if airport goes for complete use of SAF, sustainable aviation fuel, you don't have any problem. But if the airport goes for, or aviation go for partial blending, 1%, 2%, 5%, then you may have to have some system in place. So that as a part of this study, we are doing that infrastructural requirement to make our airports future ready for SAF, which is being part of the study, and we are concluding it. And if you ask us long term, you may not have much infrastructural changes because the blending will be a standard. Maybe India may go for 1%, 2%, 5% across all airports as the blending. And the benefit of carbon offset or the benefit of SAF mileage can be based on accounting systems. This is what now oil industries are planning for it. But today, all our airports have a fuel hydrant system. We have bowsers, we have tankers. If any one aircraft wants to fill ATF from SAF as an alternative, if the fuel companies are available at our doorstep, we don't have any problem. We are ready for SAF future.
But then that would also mean how in sync are you with the airports which are not yours?
Okay, see, as an aviation, fuel hydrant system is a very common infrastructure. Now all the developed airports are taking this system as a basic, what you call sustainable infrastructure, because by doing this fuel hydrant system, you can eliminate vehicle movement, its associated emission. You can also enhance your space availability, and also it helps in safety. Okay, so this infrastructure is nothing but a piping network below your apron, what you call it as, these are all called the apron, and underneath you have points. So these points has got a dedicated pipelines. So if someone wants to feed the fuel, be it SAF, be it ATF, it can be used for any supply of aircraft. So today, if you ask us, across our Indian airports, most of our airports are having fuel hydrant system now, because all are getting redeveloped. As you seen today's introduction, many airports are getting revamped, and fuel hydrant system are part of it.
Thank you so much for sparing this time with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.